So I saved some of them for the kids to try.
Yeah, they're one of a kind for sure.
They are.
All righty, we're on our way up there. Me and my cameraman, his name is Casey, and we'll be up there shortly.
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks, Les.
Yes, sir. When I was in the fitness, I used to go into the juveniles and talk to the kids, really just trying to motivate them because at that same time, I've sit in their seats before. I know what it felt like to sit up in them single man cells and stuff like that. At the age of 14, I was there, I've been there. So it was easy for me to relate to those kids that was in there because I knew every feeling that they might be going through while they was behind the walls. But this is a different situation. I'm on my way to I went out to sell some food the other day. So I'm on my way to a culinary school to speak with some kids. The teacher said he'd been watching me for a while, so he wanted me to go talk to the kids. So that's what we're on our way to. Texas in every way, you already know we representing to the fullest, letting them know what them real food tastes like. So we used to stand, we lived a few places, and this is where the business started, in this house right here on the corner. Les BBQ sandwiches started right here on this corner right here. I had my pit parked in the back right there. That's where it all started at. That's why I created a barbecue business. I just had a vision and I just stuck with it. And so this is a street that everybody used to always smell the food on. They missed us when we was gone. This is Utah. I've been up here since 2017. I've been up here in Utah. I came to Utah in 2017 when Hurricane Harvey hit the Houston area and down South Texas area. My wife, her daddy lived up here. So yeah, that's how we wound up moving up here. Stayed with him for a few months. And then we was out on our own, you know what I'm saying, into a new scenery, brand new people. Nobody knew who we are. So that was a good feeling, you know, just to start all over and have a fresh start. A fresh start is amazing. You get to be who you want to be in every way. It's finna get cold up here. It's finna get cold, and it's finna get cold fast. And that cold lasts about 6 months. I think I know what he's talking. My boys used to play. As a matter of fact, this school we going to, the business also started over there because my boys used to play flag football over here, and I used to take the pit over here on the back of the truck. I had this real little bitty offset smoker. I would load it up on the back of the truck, and I would take it out here and cook for my boys. I had 3 boys playing football, so we was out there all day long. So just leaving back and forth to buy food, I would just start cooking. And that's how the business started, with a tent and a little offset smoker from Walmart. Swoop in a coupe. Oh, we was in the right spot. Barber and cosmetology. I wonder, can you get in the whole barbecue? I don't know where we go. Where's y'all culinary school at? The culinary? Is it a culinary school in here? I don't know. I was supposed to be meeting a teacher here from a culinary school. I'm with Ellie. Oh, right next to the lunchroom? All right. Hello. Right here, culinary arts. Mr. Johnson. Let's see. There's the chef himself. How y'all doing?
Good. How are you?
Pretty good.
You want some salmon?
Salmon?
You like salmon?
I like cookies. What am I? Oh, I love cookies. And my kids, thank you, I appreciate it.
Take all of them.
All of them.
All of them. Tons of cookies.
I love to eat cookies. Yeah, this is a nice kitchen, real nice. To walk in, I'll take a little look. You got the walk-in freezers. All this stuff is top of the line. See, I got the Traeger.
Yeah.
I've never used one in my life.
I have 500 things I'd like to get these kids to do, and I don't have time to do it because I only have them for 2 hours a day.
Do they enjoy it?
Oh yeah. They I always tell them, I say, I'm teaching you to cook, but I'm also teaching you to survive. You know, if you get out in, you know, when you're finally released out into the wild, when you leave
And that's
your
the world,
parents,
yeah.
That's the world, yeah. When you're released out, then you can get out there and you can cook.
Exactly.
You
Even
can
if it's
take
just to
care of
cook
yourself.
eggs.
Yeah, you can take care of yourself.
That's right, you're exactly right. Because we grew up cooking, so one thing I know, I'll never starve. You know what I'm saying? Like if mama don't feel like cooking, I'm gonna go cook for myself. You cook steaks?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah?
Steak.
I gotta let you try some of our smoked steaks, ribeyes. You see the ones I was cooking the
Yeah,
other
I
day?
did.
You cook those in 25 minutes or less on a pit.
Wow.
Yeah. So you smoke them, you run them up to about 120, 125, and then you throw them on that skillet and you take them to 130 and you take them off. That's a medium rare smoked steak
Yeah,
in every way.
I saw you had the skin.
Yeah. Hey, you talking about a good steak? That's a good, juicy steak.
Yeah, that was my mom's, ribeye was my mom's favorite steak. I love ribeye because it's got the marbling and the fat all the way through it. You know, the tenderloins are okay. You know,
Any kind of loin is just too lean for me.
Yeah.
All loin. And that's the thing about having those baby back ribs. That's why you could get those. Those could tend to be dry because you're cutting that off of that loin.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of time that's that white meat on top and it's not like the spare rib meat, the lower part of the pig.
Because those baby back ribs that I got from you, holy crap.
That's a lot of meat on them.
There's a ton. I woke up like at 2 o'clock in the morning with meat sweats.
Yeah, it's a lot of meat
It's
on
like
them.
I haven't eaten that much meat for months.
It's a lot of meat on those baby backs. That's why people come get them from us. That's another one of my good sellers online. But the oxtails are number one.
Are they really?
Number one, and without a doubt.
Have you done a whole prime rib on your?
I've done prime ribs. Yeah, we done prime ribs. I cooked the hell out of a prime rib.
What's going on in Texas? I saw that you've got a.
So we're getting ready to go to Texas. So I went down there and did a pop-up. We started a tour, but we had to come back to do the online sales. So while we was out there, online sales just went out of control. And wasn't nobody here to do them. So I really just was able to get away from them for a couple of weeks. That's why I haven't been nowhere. I do this every day online.
Yeah.
So we went up there and man, it's just the markets up there are way bigger and way, just way more supportive.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so we're gonna take LES BBQ sandwiches to Dallas and to Houston.
Here you have to educate people.
That's right. People don't know about oxtails here, and that was the thing. They just never knew. So me being the one to present it to them and to give them the best oxtail they most likely will ever have, that's one thing. That's what we've been doing in this area. And that's just it. They just didn't have no say so or know what there even was. People thought they were an ox. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's not an ox. It's just a cow's tail. But being able to present that to people here up north, it's been fun. And to be honest with you, that's what's helped us grow. Is them tasting it, never have tasted them before, and be like, hey man, I've never heard of these, or I've heard of them and I didn't know that they were this good. So for them to taste them and to see them and to just the whole experience, hey, that's what's growing.
Well, and I've made oxtail soup before, and I've used oxtails for different things, but I've never had this big old thing with big chunks of meat cooked that way. Just it's like eating freaking butter.
Butter, yeah.
It's like eating butter.
Yeah, and you have to wrestle them down and smoke them and tenderize them in that way. Other than that, they're gonna break your teeth.
Do you? So after you get them smoked, how long do you?
You
braise
probably
them for?
all of them depends on the size, but most of the time I go for at least 5 hours. You know what I mean? At least. And I do them two ways. When I'm doing the festivals, I boil them to braise them, and when I'm doing them at home, I put them in these ovens. We got one of those big industrial ovens. We just throw the pans up and down. And it's better to braise them like that because you're not rumbling your season off of them. But when you're doing those big festivals, you have to do it like that to keep up.
Yeah.
You cannot have 10 ovens in the back.
You go to the state fair, don't you?
I haven't been to the state fair here, yeah. It's like when we pull up, we are the state fair.
Yeah. You guys read your emails, right?
Yeah. No, I've read them.
I did.
God.
I watched
That's my bad.
How y'all doing?
You did.
Pretty good.
What did the email say?
Talking about this guy.
Talking about Les.
Who is this guy?
Barbecue. Les BBQ.
Do you know where my business started at? Right here in this field right here, this flag football field.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, my kids used to play flag football, so I used to take my barbecue pit out there to cook for them while they was playing. That way I wouldn't have to go back and forth to the store, and people started walking by while I was cooking, smelling the meat. And that's how the business started, right there in that field right there. I started off selling sandwiches for $12 a piece. In that field, I would do pulled pork, brisket, and chicken. Yeah, and so one day I took my little pit out there. I think I made like $1,200 right here in town selling meat off that little smoker. I ever tasted oxtails? Do you know what an oxtail is? Have you ever heard of one? Well, an oxtail is just a cow tail. So, yeah,
I got some for you to try.
Yeah, so back in the days, they used to use the oxtails to make soups and stuff like that. So when I came along, I was doing brisket, I was doing beef ribs, spare ribs, baby back ribs, and then, and really at that point, the business wasn't really doing well, you know what I'm saying? It was doing well, but I started selling oxtails and went viral on every platform. YouTube, what's the other one? TikTok, Instagram. I went viral, so it made us famous for selling oxtails. Yeah, so I was an oil and gas driller for 15 years. We drilled into a volcano in St. Kitts and Nevis. I was into fitness. I did the men's physique. I got into that at 37 years old and won a bunch of first place trophies in Texas. And I thought that was going to be it, fitness. That's what I loved the most. But God had different plans because I never liked cooking. I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't. I didn't like cooking, and the reason I didn't like cooking because it takes so long for the food to get ready, especially when you're doing briskets, pulled pork, and all that kind. I just didn't have the patience. And my father-in-law, he talked me into buying this one smoker, and so we bought this one, and we've been smoking meats ever since, and I've grown to love it. And I treat it just like a sport, you know what I mean? I want to be a professional at doing it. I've lived the other lifestyles in the streets. I've did it all, brother. I've been there, you know what I'm saying? And the food, this is one of the best things that ever happened to me is cooking.
So what started the Oxtails? Where are you getting those?
So I'm gonna tell you what started the Oxtails. So back let me see, January, March. So in March, we were selling a lot of food online, but we wasn't doing so good to the point to where we can make a living and live comfortably. But I quit my job to make that happen. And I had to quit. I was working at Rio Tinto at the smelter. I worked there for 3 years when I quit the oil field. And I was working there and I hated it. I hated that job. It was hot. You know what I mean? And like I say, everybody don't take pride in their work. So that was another one of my big things. Being in the oil field, they took a lot of pride in their work. So I hated the job. And so I just started praying, Lord, please give me some kind of, some kind of thoughts, anything to help catapult this business. And one day I was walking through Sam's and I seen those oxtails just sitting in there and I was like, yeah, let me try to smoke those and see what those look like. And that's basically how it happened. I just took about 6 packs. They come in 3-pound packs, so that's 3, 6, 9, 12. So yeah, that amount I took home, smoked them, took a video, had my wife, when they started turning red, I call them candy red nuggets. That's what they're called. And so they turn red. When they turn red, I had my wife come do a video. And she did that video, and that video went viral. Yeah, and so that's how the oxtails got on my menu. Now we do 20 to 60 cases at a time. Okay, so yeah, so with the brick and mortar, so we're getting ready to open one of them up in Dallas and in Houston. Yeah, and we was gonna do one here in Salt Lake, but like a lot of investors and stuff tell us, why would we come to Salt Lake when we know for sure the market is bigger in Texas? So that's what we're working on now. And as a matter of fact, that's why we were doing the tour. So we started off the tour. Our number one sellers online, number one buyer is Houston, and number 2 is Atlanta, and number 3 would have been Dallas. So what we did is we went and hit Houston. We hit Dallas first. You know who Dez Bryant is, right? Dez Bryant, the Dallas Cowboy, the wide receiver. So I did his tailgate. Yeah, good people. We did his tailgate, went to his house, spent the whole weekend with Dez Bryant. And so we did his tailgate first. And then I was like, it was unbelievable, man. It was thousands of people up there. So we come back home, and then we went back to Texas. We just got back not too long ago. But yeah, we did Dallas, and then we did Houston. Those are the number one markets. So that's where the stores need to be at.
What person do you think sets your smoke meats apart?
Then the thing that sets mine apart from everybody else is that I'm cooking it and the way that I'm cooking it. You know, because a lot of these big chains out here, they're no longer cooking their meats. Once you franchise out, you have to trust somebody else to cook your meat. So what happens there, the value goes down. So like right now, I'm still cooking this meat. And that's the reason, like when we do get the storefront, I don't want to do a franchise. I just want one building to keep the quality up. You know what I mean? Like when you get the franchising out, just think about these McDonald's, the Popeyes and all that here, they're all garbage. I'm just gonna be honest with you. They're garbage. You know, I come from Texas. We good eating everywhere. You know what I mean? So to come up here and see all these chains up here, and that's what made me want to start cooking too. Like when I first got here and I was tasting the foods, I was like, man, only if they knew. You know what I mean? Like to taste this and with this on it and stuff like that. Yeah, and basically what sets mine apart from theirs is just me cooking it. And we ain't using ovens, we using smokers. You know what I mean? When they get to the restaurant, any restaurant you go to, in, especially barbecue in Texas, before you even get there, you're gonna smell the smoke. That let me know that they smoking meats in there. But when you get to these restaurants, you don't smell smoke. That let me know that they're using ovens, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's all about, because they're still making money. But at the end of the day, it's about, do you want, like they asked me, do you want your quality to go up? Do you want to make money? I want my quality to be the same, because you're gonna make money regardless. You know, you gotta think about it. It's like Versace and Gucci and all that. They don't make commercials. You know what I mean? Because they just got a quality product that everybody knows. So that's how I want my food to be.
A lot of what you got here is you can grab that rib bone and pull it out.
Mm-hmm.
But technically, that's overcooked.
That's right.
You know, Les's ribs are more like a competition rib
That's right.
that you bite on that thing. You got a little bit of a tug.
That's right.
Right off the bone, and then you get this insane richness and texture from the meat that you don't get from those that you just pull off the bone.
Mm-hmm.
And it is absolutely fun to eat that way.
And that's what I tell people. If you pick up a rib and that rib fall off the bone, you might as well eat pulled pork. You know what I mean? That's basically what it is. You know, if I'm gonna eat ribs, I want to be able to pick that rib up and leave my teeth mark in it. Just kind of like if you was on ice cream. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. That's another thing that sets us apart from everybody else, because they want their ribs to fall off the bone, but I don't eat ribs like that. Even the beef ribs, we got what they call dino ribs. They look like they're huge beef ribs, like Fred Flintstone. But even with those, you know, you got a piece of meat that thick, and to be able to cut that rib and bite in that meat and let it hold together, that's what I pride myself on.
Has there been any big setbacks with your business, and if there has, how have you overcome those?
As far as setbacks, I don't believe we had many setbacks. The only thing to overcome is like just really keeping people around you that believe in the same thing that you believe in. You know what I mean? And to keep that same standard and that structure. I would say that was the only setback in the beginning, because it was kind of mixed up where they didn't know the way the food. But once we all figured out the way we wanted the food to look, it's just really training people from then to go on. But I've been grateful not to have no setbacks. Everything has just been going forward. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's been pretty good. It's been a good journey, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you.
It was so cool because when I just stopped, I saw the thing on Instagram, you were going to be there. I thought maybe you'll be there early, and I got there earlier than what you said you were going to be. And I just said, would you do this? And it wasn't any hesitation. Yes.
Yes, sir.
When? And I was going, whoa. Most people will go, well, and Les says, no, I'll be there. You tell me, you know, and I give you.
Yeah, I take a lot of like the young generation like this is big with me. You know what I mean? Y'all the future. You know, and like to say, it could be something that I told y'all here in this conversation that could change y'all direction, y'all lives forever. And you just never know. You know, like the cooking classes, to be able to have you come out there and get around that pit and do that, you might fall in love with it and want to be a pit master. So yeah, I had no problem at all coming up here. And I'll come up here again. I'm gonna come Friday and bring y'all some food too. So yeah, I'll bring y'all a little tin-foil can covered up with some food. For sure. I promise you. And I want to hear y'all honest opinion of what y'all think about it. What you think about that food.
I mean, so right now it sounds like you're gonna be the best I've had. Right now, best I've had was that Dickie's that closed.
Oh man. What? What?
That buddy, We were out camping. Right?
Yeah.
And
Oh
it's
man, I
like-
feel
it's
bad
like
for you.
1 in the morning, and the guy that owns the place pulls up, and he's like, I just got done with the last stuff, and he pulled out all this meat, right? And it's like, I mean, we're a bunch of 14-year-old kids running around, and then he just pulls out all this amazing meat at like 1 in the morning. So yeah, I mean, my family and we haven't gone into many of those barbecue places.
Oh man, like this experience you're gonna have with this meat is totally different because it's being smoked, not in the ovens, on the smoker. Yeah, and it ain't being warmed up. I don't know how they was doing that meat, but I do know I didn't smell no smoke. But I appreciate y'all, and I'll see y'all Friday. Damien, what was yours? Ethan. I got so many Ethans. Jace, how did you? Yours? Shelby?
We don't go out.
Dallin? Easton, another Easton. Drew, nice to meet you, brother. Matt? Hey, Dash, I appreciate it. Zane, I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for y'all attention. And I appreciate these cookies. We love these cookies. So they're gonna love these cookies. I'm telling you why.
Is that enough?
Oh yeah, my kids, they're gonna be gone. Yeah. Nah, this gonna be a lot. They love it, but I appreciate it. I appreciate it, Chef. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Y'all cook it up. That's what I do. I live in a kitchen like this all the time. Just like this. And we out. That wasn't bad at all, was it? I enjoy being able to talk to people like that, man. And look, got me a whole bunch of cookies. I like them peanut butter. Let me dig in that peanut butter. Peanut butter. Like some boys gonna go crazy on it. All I need is some coffee or some milk. And we out.